Whoa, whoa, whoa. We is here. Where are you people? Nowhere. Hey, BB, good to see you. The one person in my chat.
Murph off, BB.
You would be in here, but you don't feel like it? Oh, well, thanks, Nugget. We love you too.
Yeah, Jade Nugget. What do you got? Better plans?
Yeah. What kind of plans does a Nugget have? You know? Eating more nuggets? Oh, you
Sleep?
really. Hmm.
Didn't you just wake up?
No. She was just hanging out in the other part of the house.
Uh,
Where,
antisocial.
well, no, where, like, air conditioning is in, like, one room of the house. That's where she was.
Uh,
Chicken nuggets actually melt, you know? Anyway. So, oh, look. BB said hi.
hi, BB.
And there's 3 people in here. So, hi, BB, and the 2 other people that are watching.
Yeah, tap her screen. Hit that like button for our host. What the heck
Yeah,
you guys
right?
doing?
Yeah, like, right? Get me 3 likes. Yeah.
GMD. Hello.
Gigi, I'm so happy to see you, my little Gina. Anyway, so Johnny and I are good friends, and we talk,
Yep.
and you know, Johnny's been taking his channel in a good direction for the last, I would say, 3 months.
I
About
would say
March,
longer, but
was it February, March? You started taking things that direction.
about February. Yeah.
I was gonna say because we started talking in March, I think. You
Yeah.
know, and you had already started doing that. And he has a gaming channel. Hey, Betty, good to see you, sweetheart. Um, and if anybody's been familiar with Johnny's gaming channel, um, he has his own little community there, right, buddy?
Yep.
And y'all support each other. He's got some really good. He's got some really good and reliable moderators. Of course, I say that because I'm one of them.
Yeah.
Really,
But I'm really starting to think about taking it. No, I'm kidding.
yeah, right. He's roasting the moderators. Um, but mostly he does gaming. And how many times you stream? At least 3 times
I
on
try
average.
to do at least three. Sometimes I do four times if I can't sleep. So I
Yeah,
usually try to do one in the morning, one in the afternoon, one at night, and then if I can't sleep, I'll do a super late one, which is would be like a boring game, just slots or something to help me fall asleep.
right. Try to like help wind down.
Yeah,
Yeah. Um. Anyway, like I said, you have your own little community there of really good guys,
right.
like
Well,
David
not only
and
guys, I
Polly.
have a little bit of mixture of everybody.
Yeah, you do. You have a good mixture of people that come in there. Um, and you've been doing a lot of positive things. That's like what I think's really amazing. You've done um, everything you need to do to like basically do your own thing,
Yeah.
and you really don't cause any problems. You don't hurt anybody. You don't, you know, the occasional roasting of ginger. No,
I mean, when is that not a fun time though?
yeah, right. I mean, come on. I just come in there for a little,
Yeah, it's freaking Ginger. Okay, Smurf off.
right. I mean, I come in for a little slap here and there of reality.
Yeah, I mean, and let's be honest, she comes in there, she'll be like, "Johnny's how the Smurf are you?" Like, she opens a can of worms to get roasted.
Mm, right. I got to get the verbal beat down once in a while.
Yeah,
I got to keep me humble,
exactly.
but it's a good time. I mean, we have fun, um, and we're not hurting anybody. But there's been
Can
a
you hear
little
me?
hurt. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay, sorry. I had a phone call, so I had to end it real quick.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No.
Anyway, so, since Johnny's been taking this into a positive direction, so February, that's March, April, May, June, 4 months, 4 months that you've been doing this and being pretty steady with it, of the streaming and stuff.
Yeah.
And I think you do a good job. I mean, I know the guys have fun in there.
Oh yeah, they love picking on me in there.
Oh yeah. Got it. You haven't been loved right unless you have a little Polly smack down there.
Oh yeah, Paulie and his knock knock jokes either give me mayonnaise or ketchup. Who knows what's next?
Yeah, a whole condiment tray there.
Yeah, I'm a party tray.
Right? I mean, I love the boys. Eddie, he's a sweetheart too. I gotta say, your friends are awesome there.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you've been doing this, and then like keeping your nose clean, just doing your own thing, and um, you still get smacked around, and I see that, you
Right.
know, and we're just clearing up. Like a lot of times when you're a creator out here, right? People will say things
Out
and
of
do
pocket.
yeah, out of pocket, exactly, Johnny, or they'll start rumors or whatever, you know. And let's just go with the whole don't believe 90% of what you hear, right? I mean, because you know. Anyway, so
Yeah, I lost you for a second.
oh, I'm sorry, dude.
No,
I
you're
was
good.
just saying, don't believe like 90% of the rumors that fly out. But Johnny's been going through a little bit lately, and we just wanted to clear up some things. Sorry, getting a hold of my coffee. Because some of us need coffee. You still there, bro? Uh oh.
I
Where
was sharing this out
has
to.
Johnny gone?
No, it's okay. I'm sharing this out to
Far
like other
away from
people for
here.
you, and it's taking me off of the app. So sorry. Okay, but here's what I will say. Okay, like I like to do my own thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't tell people where to go, what to do,
Mm-mm.
because I'm in charge of my own of myself.
Hi,
I'm not.
Preside.
I am not like this. I'm not God or anything. I can't tell people where to go. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So you're your own person. You do what you want to do. If I love you or support you, I
Yeah.
I'll support your decisions.
Yep. Yep. You've always been like that. I mean, since I've been around you. Dang, dude.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm right here.
I'm right here.
Yeah, but
Yeah. I mean, but no, I mean, and like I said, we've been friends for a few months, and I've never seen you say anything to me about, oh, I saw you over here, or, why were you over here? Or you've never, ever said anything to me like that.
yeah, because
I,
I don't care.
well, you're not, you don't care and you don't keep tabs, obviously,
Yeah, I'm not a
because,
stalker.
well, and that's the thing. It's like when you're doing 3 to 4 live streams and, a
Oh,
day, when do you have time to do that?
give me 1 second. Can you because Trisha has to wait 20 minutes before she can even type in the comments.
What? Because I only have it set at 5.
Oh, I think it says 20 minutes, or maybe I read it wrong, that what she wrote, because it slides down, I mean, it doesn't have like a little pop up, so I don't want to keep like, you like leaving the app and then going, what I mean?
Oh, I got you. I got you.
So,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like I've got it set at
yeah.
subscribers only at
Oh,
five
she says
minutes.
it's 20 minutes.
What the heck?
Yeah,
Oh,
she
well,
just wrote me.
I only had it set for 5. Let me. Hmm. Yeah, it's only
Smurf,
set.
get it Smurf together, Ginger. Jesus.
Hold on. Let me look. Uh. Hmm.
But but
No.
what I will say is, yeah, I don't care where you go. The only issue that I do have is if you're in my mod chat or anything and you tell us one thing and then we see another, that's
Mm-hmm.
where we're kind of like, okay, that's a little bit of a red flag, but you know what? We don't care. You know what I mean? And for people to donate to whoever, I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Because guess what? It's your money. You do what you want with it. Your free. That's your right
Right.
to spend it the way you want to. So I don't care. I
Yep.
don't get mad at people for donating to other people. And I tell people, you please don't donate to me. You guys can just like the stream and rewatch the replays. It's free. I don't want to take people's money. Ginger,
Hey,
you heard me
there's
say that multiple times.
yeah, yeah. I mean, we've even talked about that. We don't really care. Um, only thing I have to say on that, and this is just my personal opinion. Y'all could say, "Hey, Ginger, you're wrong about that." Um, only thing that I look at, and I don't say anything. I don't. But if I see that people are negative, or they're hurting people, or they're just going for blood or going at people's throats, um, and you give them money, to me, that's supporting that negative energy, that negative behavior, and and so but that's just what I see. Okay, I mean, other people may look at it different, but that's how I look at it. Am I going to comment on it? Am I going to roast somebody for doing that? No. It's
Absolutely
just like
not.
I just put that check mark in my head and go, okay, that's what you support, right? And if you support that, that's on you. That's not my cross to bear, or that's not my karma. That's going to bite me.
Right.
So yeah.
I mean, it's just like a freedom of speech. It's your money. Spend it how you want to, or
Right.
use it how you want to.
Oh,
And
but
there's many people that say that I take people, but here's what I do. Okay, I make it cheap.
mm-hmm,
Yeah, I do have one that's like 24.99 because that's I'm trying. I was or not 24.99. I think it's like 10.99 now. I don't know how to fix all that,
oh,
so you know what I mean, because I don't have a laptop. So what I do is I let my friend Eddie
mm-hmm.
handle all that. And
Eddie's a good
here's
guy.
and we don't really push our memberships or anything like that.
Mm-hmm,
We only do it at the very beginning of the month. Be like, hey everyone, it's the new month. Let's see how far we can get, and that's it. You know,
mm-hmm,
and then we do it towards the end of the month, and then that's it. We only mention it two times, beginning and towards the end. That's it. And I let people know where we're at. And I've already told people you don't have to donate to me anymore because we've already hit the threshold, and then we're not even in June yet. Okay,
mm-hmm,
so y'all, and here's the other thing. I give back to my community. I give free memberships out,
mm-hmm.
and I tell people you don't have to do it. You guys can just rewatch the replays. It's cheaper. It's easy.
Right. And it's a way to
Trisha can
support.
even vouch. She bought some memberships, and I told her you don't have to spend that. You don't have to spend your money. I
Mm-hmm.
tell people all the time you don't have to.
Exactly. Exactly. I mean, I have seen other creators that push it. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
There are some that push it constantly. They just basically jam it down your throat. I've never seen you do that. Um, I'm not saying everybody does that. I'm just saying I have seen some that do that in
Right.
different places. Um, but I have never ever seen you do that, or any of your mod crew do that.
Right.
So I think you get a lot of that. Like, I almost think that people get competitive out here. You know what I'm
It
saying?
is. It's because here's the thing. The way I see how YouTube works
Mm-hmm.
is everyone's out for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And but here's the thing. I don't want to be part of that, say like look, you got your mental health groups, you got your
Mm-hmm.
true crime groups. There's so many groups out there
Mm-hmm.
I and there's a lot of gaming groups. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I I'm not here to to get rich. I'm
Right.
here just to have fun and teach younger generations how to play games, or if they need help, like before I called when before we started the live, I helped two new players on this game that are brand spanking new.
Mm-hmm.
Asked me how do I buy a ship, and I told them, and I put them in my team, and I'm gonna help them after this stream, and I'll
Mm-hmm.
go live and I show people I am not this guy that is like trying to take advantage of anyone. I support everyone, and there's people that I played the game with. Go watch my Rocket League streams. There's a young kid that I play with, and he loves that he gets to hang out with the stream. Like he thinks I'm a famous YouTuber, and I tell him I'm not.
Hey, Tiff. Good to see you, sweetheart. Yeah. See, and that's what I've noticed. Like usually you're playing your game. You're like sometimes you'll explain what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a walkthrough
Yeah.
almost, and you're helping other people. And I know I used to laugh at my kids because they would watch these walkthroughs, and that's exactly what you do. And I would like, oh, back in my day, we just bought the little book. Or I said, or in my day, and this is no joke because I was a gamer at one time.
Yeah,
And
let's be honest. She played Pong, you guys. That's all
oh,
she knows how to
yes, I
play.
played Pong. I'm not kidding. I played Pong. I could master Pong. But you know, I was in the generation where we could go to the arcade and stuff. Not me. I went and bought the game consoles. You know what I mean? But I ended up raising all my kids are gamers,
Yeah,
and
and Tiff, hold on a second, Tiff. If you can have Trisha or Ginger send me your link to your channel, the next time you come in, you're more than welcome to come and hang out and stuff like that. I I don't know if you're banned or not, but if you are, I'll get you unbanned. And you guys, anyone's allowed here in my
yeah,
channel.
yeah,
The only rules that I have is no drama, no no trolling and stuff like that. And let's talk about that trolling stuff. I
oh
don't
yeah,
have I don't have time to troll. And Ginger's seen all my accounts. Not
yes, I
one
have.
troll channel.
The only time that Johnny trolls is he trolls me under his own
Yes.
name. Under his own name, but that's allowed.
Yeah, I'm allowed to troll Ginger because Ginger and I are like she's like my
Friends,
older not stepmom, Jesus Christ, older sister that I would sell for a freaking Klondike bar or a little
right?
piece of fun sized gum. Okay, I'm sorry.
Well, fuck you too. No, no. I mean, that's just like you ain't. If I don't make a crack and I come in and crack on you a little bit, I don't like your ass.
Exactly.
But I mean, I don't care. Like, I don't care who comes into my chat. You are like that too. We don't care. You know, if we like you, we like you. We don't care what community you're a part of. You know, it's how you treat us or how you get along with us, or you know, that's all that matters. You know.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I'm not trying to like. You don't have to necessarily like everybody,
Hmm.
but at least we can. If you're there for the right reasons,
Hmm.
then that's fine. But
And
the
you're not.
issues that's going on right now is ridiculous. Everyone is like, "Oh, if you're in this chat, you're supporting what they're doing against me." Guys, it's 2024. We're all grown as adults. Stop
Hmm.
acting like we're middle school kids.
Hmm.
And put on your big boy and your big girl underwear, and there's a block button.
Yeah.
Everyone just needs to grow up. Like this is pathetic.
Okay. And the gangs. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, I got to be a
Yeah, the
part of this group.
gaslighting, all of it.
I got to be a part of this group, or I'm not cool, or I got to be a part of this group. Dude, I didn't play that game when I was in school. I sure as hell ain't gonna play it on YouTube. You know, um, I am who I am. I don't got time to have any pretenses. I don't care. If you like me, you like me. If you don't, that's cool.
Yeah.
I respect that. We ain't everybody's cup of tea, but this is how I look at it. You do like gaming, right?
Right.
You're in no competition with anybody but yourself.
Right.
Um, Same here. I do my own flavor of things. Trish is a creator. She does her own flavor of things. Um, Even the bigger people, like, well, and they're not like huge, but Granny, Lycan, TT, you name it, the
Yeah.
gamut. Each person does their own thing.
Right.
They just realize that they're in competition with nobody but themselves, right? Then it'd be a lot better place. I'll say that. You
Right.
know, you don't. Nobody has to be hurtful to each other. Hey, Dave, good to see you, sweetheart.
Dave, smurf off.
Hey, Dave, I love your hair.
I'm
Or
just kidding,
how?
Dave. You're all right for an old guy.
You're just jealous of Dave's hair.
Listen, Dave is like 2 months away from hitting that AARP membership.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
I'm like, really? Because I'm like 4 years away from that.
No, you're expired.
Mm. Hey, now, I'm 51. I am not expired milk. I am cottage cheese. Thank you very much.
Oh, that's even worse.
Oh, no, come. You're expired milk. No. Yeah. What do you think cottage cheese really is? Expired milk. Expired milk?
Ugh.
Yeah, but I'm like, like you can't like, eat it or consume it, or you will get
See,
sick.
I'm with Nugget on this.
Oh, no, no, no. I am like that fluff that you make with cottage cheese, where you put the jello in it and the fruit in it and it tastes delicious. I'm that.
Whatever. You're just a huck too. You're just a huck too.
Really? I'm like, oh my God.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
But no.
Mm-mm.
Eh, like I don't understand like this is a public platform.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like anyone can go wherever the hell they want to. It's not like you own the app.
Right? Or the whole platform.
Yeah. And it's like, and guys, I don't just sit on YouTube and stream. I stream on other apps too. And I'm trying to grow everywhere. Like this is not just was it like a hobby. Like I'm trying to promote like a brand, like the
Mm-hmm.
power of superpowers. You know what I mean? Like for autism, Down syndrome, all that stuff. I do it for
Mm-hmm.
this platform. I do it for two other platforms. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and the donations that I get are cool, absolutely, but they're not recommended. You know what I mean? You don't have to do that to support. If you just come in and watch the replays,
Mm-hmm.
hit the like button, I'm okay with that. Because listen, I know how hard it is to work a 7-day job, and you guys have to pay your bills, and then on top of that, pay your favorite supporters. I don't want to take your guys' money, especially that I'm just playing video games. You know what I mean?
Right? You know what I think's amazing though? Is that you see people come out here and it's like they get ticked off when they see other people making like or getting donations. And it's like, why, and they get mouthy about it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, who cares? I mean,
Yeah,
most of the fights you see on here between people are
it's because of
basically,
the money or the
yeah,
donations.
yeah. And it's like, really? Are
And
you
money
kidding?
even says the root of all evil. Like,
Oh,
I,
actually, technically, what it says is the love of money is the root of all evil. Not just money,
well,
the
yeah,
love of it. So it's like, but you don't act like that. You're like, oh, if you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. We're cool. Um, there's no pressure. And that's the way you want to be. Um, I think it's more productive that way. Um, and it definitely is. But see, this is what I want to address right here. Okay. With you going live as much as you do and you being on two other platforms, correct?
yeah,
You ain't got time. you obviously don't have time to troll anybody. That's like,
No, absolutely not.
and I've seen proof that, I've seen the proof that you don't have like all these alts to do that with.
Right.
Uh, so it's like, it's stupid for people to oh, that person's just a troll. Like, seriously. Um,
I mean, I
you
appreciate you
just don't
guys
have the
giving
time.
me all this clout and like even high expectations of me, but I there's only 24 hours in a day. I gotta sleep at some point, you know?
Right? That's what makes me laugh. It's like I've been accused of that before, and I'm laughing, and I'm like, dude, I barely have time to do my own lives.
Yeah,
I I've got enough going on at home, family, whatever. My other real life obligations ain't got time to troll nobody. And you know what?
except to come in mine.
Yeah, but I do it under my own name.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Like,
If I come
I
in
would
and make
like to
a
see,
sarcastic comment, it's under my name.
yeah,
So,
and I would like to see proof of me being an alt account going after someone because most of the time, you guys, I'm live. Like,
hmm
go look at the community post that's being talked about me, and y'all would see I was live at those times, and
hmm
I'm literally talking to people as I'm playing. Especially when I'm playing Sea of Thieves, you ain't got time to be trying to troll anybody, because if you're not watching out, you're gonna get
hmm
sunk.
right?
And Ginger see me get sunk multiple times, and I'm even helping players on that game to teach them how to play. And Ginger even says, "I don't think you should trust them. They might turn on you." And guess what? I can't help it. I'm the nice guy, and I get sunk by some people, and because I'm trying to trust them. I
hmm
am who I am. If you have a problem with it, that's on you.
Right? Just see, and that's the other thing I was thinking because I've seen people, that argue on here. And it's like, if you just walk away, you know what I mean? Just walk away. You don't have to make digs. You don't have to make nasty little comments. You don't have to like do all this behind the scenes, crappiness. Just walk away and live your lives. It makes no sense, you
Yeah,
know?
like
Like, go on.
all it does is give you more stress. It makes you not want to do anything. Like, oh, I told Ginger multiple times I felt like quitting because it's like all these narratives about me are not true, and the only reason why I'm not quitting is because everyone else around me that supports me, I'll
hmm
be letting them down for letting these community posts slash lives whatever about me. How many times have I said it? I don't care anymore. I'm gonna keep doing what I need to do to keep my friends happy
hmm
and my viewers happy.
There you go. And see, that's what it comes down to. What it boils down to is you do what you need to do for yourself and for those who support you and care about you, right? I
Mm-hmm.
mean, that's all it needs to be about. I mean, people do not have to be bitter, they do not have to be hateful. But you know what? Some people are like that. They're just born into chaos. They love the chaos and they create the chaos. You
All
know what
right.
I'm saying? And if that's how you live your life, then you're always going to have issues.
Chaos and all these insecurities, like like.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, guys. I streamed multiple times where I had no follower or no one watching me. I don't care because I do it. Maybe they want to watch it on the replay. Maybe they,
hmm
you know, everyone has a real life. Okay, I just come up with the content and do these cool little videos every once in a while, just so people can see how, like, oh, he's okay, or like, show people, like, because future YouTubers, they don't know how trolling is now. Like, for the ones that are going to become YouTubers, I don't care if I get trolled, because here's the thing, I got good moderators. But
hmm
this is for future streamers that want to stream and have a future in doing this for a job or for a hobby, when the trolls come out, it means you're doing something right. I've done
Mm,
something right because I get trolls all the time. You know what I mean? But the one thing you need to know is you the trolls are just people that are either jealous of you or some type of way, or they want to be the you. That's
mhm,
it. And you gotta feel sorry for them. You don't go attacking them because you know what? They're Even though that they're trolls, they're still watching you, and that's still content.
mhm, right? They're still giving you that view, you know, and they can hate on you. See, and you have to look at it, and we've talked about that, Johnny.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there's a lot of times, either one of us have been upset and wanted to walk away. But the thing is, you walk away, you let the haters win. You walk away,
Exactly.
you let down other people who you could be helping or inspiring or, you know, doing.
Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, you don't you don't give up to people like that. And the other beauty of it is the more they squeak, you know what I mean, and the more they complain,
Mm-hmm.
the more attention it brings you.
Right.
Um, and they complain, and then people show up, and then you're like, oh, this person isn't what the other person said they were, you know, and then it shows what a fool those people are, So that's how you got to look at it. I mean, as long
Absolutely.
as long as you are who you are, you're authentic, and who you are, and you're comfortable and consistent. That's all that matters. The rest of them don't.
Exactly. And BB's been in my chats many times, and you know, BB's like. And here's the other issue that I would, like I don't care if people come into my chat and say, hey, someone wrote something on you, but what kind of irks me a little bit is when I get off of a stream and I'm getting ready to lay down or watch TV or something, and then I get a notification that someone's in my comments section telling me about someone else writing a community post about me. Personally, I would have never seen it if someone didn't point it out to me. I
Hmm.
That's how little that I care about what people post about me, because here's the thing. This is YouTube. You're going to get hate from people all the time. But either you can be an adult and ignore it, or
Hmm.
you'll add fuel to the fire and respond back. I'm not going to be responding to these people.
Right?
I don't care what they have to say about me, because the people that know me very well, know my true intentions. That's it.
Exactly. And it was like we've learned this from experience, you know, and very rarely do you actually come out and have to address it. But I mean, I've addressed it before, and it takes a lot for me to come to the point where I have to address something. But
Mm-hmm.
when I do, there's a reason. Um, it's not like what is it? Boy Who Cried Wolf. Nothing like that. No, I just lay it out there. Then I'm done with it. Done with it. That's all. You know,
Yeah,
close that
exactly,
chapter.
Dion.
Close that book. Close that chapter. Correct.
Yeah, like
It's like,
I mean, like it's a new day, and some people live for to cause chaos and stuff like that.
mm-hmm,
But it doesn't have to be
mm-hmm,
you to having to go at them. You get to make your own decisions. Just because they want to use you as content, or because you're like the hot topic, it
mm-hmm,
doesn't mean that you actually have to give them that content. Starve them
mm-hmm.
out. Do
Right?
what you got to do. Act like they don't exist.
Yep.
Because that's what makes them mad more, is if you don't acknowledge them.
Right. It used to be what they called the squeaky wheel gets the grease, and that's the people that complain the most and whine the most. You know what I'm saying? And I've got to the point where it's like I'm not going to grease their wheel. I'm going to live my life. I'm not greasing that wheel.
Yeah, no, 100%. And I mean, like, other people have to use like either like topics. I stay on the topic at hand. If it's a
Mm-hmm.
gaming channel or if it's a gaming stream, I'm gonna talk about the gaming. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not gonna. And if people ask me for advice on something, if I don't know the answer to it, I'm pretty sure I know someone that's in the chat or I have other resources that can help you out. And the community that I'm building is to protect the ones that can't protect themselves. You know what I mean? And not us playing victims and stuff like that. The only reason why we come after people, like, is if they attack us personally. Like, I've been attacked on my channel multiple times, and when they do that, I have to respond to them onto my channel. I'll be like,
Mm-hmm.
hey, don't do that. I mean, I have rules here for a reason, and I would talk about it. You know what I mean? And then the next day, it's over with. People don't know how to turn off the switch. Be like, they have to keep it going because that's their content. You know what I mean? And I'm not about talking about people in a negative way just to clap back at them. I'm bigger and better than that. Everyone has their go-to. Mine is just, turn off the switch and just keep rolling.
Yep.
And I don't tell anyone where to go. I don't tell them to block people. Only if I tell them in my chat to block them. And me and Ginger, we had to talk about this before. We blocked someone before. I wrote her and told her, hey, you
So
know,
anybody
I was gonna block this person. She says, okay, but guess what? She didn't do it. You know what I mean? Someone else did it. You know what I mean? Because I asked them to do it. But if I told
oh,
Ginger to block someone, she would understand. She would probably do it if I feel like they're not good for the channel. But
here's
I
the
don't
thing.
block everybody.
Same thing. And the thing is, it's like, um, you have to respect the creator. If the creator is not comfortable with that person or there whatever the reasons be, and you moderate for them, that's what you got to do. You know,
Right.
um, you never had told me to block that person that got blocked,
Right.
but um, somebody did it. And it blew up, but it doesn't matter. That person ended up blocked here too. So
Yeah, no, but here's the thing is you're not modding for yourself. You're modding for the creator. If Ginger
exactly.
was to ask me, Johnny, let's use David for example, okay? Everyone knows how much me and Ginger love David, okay? Say like one day maybe David was out of pocket on something and then Ginger says, "Hey Johnny, I know that's your friend, but I'm going to need him blocked on my channel." I'll be like, "Okay, that's fine." And you know, David, of course, would ask me why he was blocked. And I'll be like, I don't know. I can find out. And then
or
I'll tell
or you're
him.
like,
And then,
yep,
maybe they can work it out. But you're not modding for yourself. You're modding for the host.
right, exactly. It's like, um there and I do give my moderators a little more leniency here and there. And the only leniency, it's basically if people are coming in and they're being really nasty and abusive, you know, as one of my moderators, I'm like, hey, you're welcome to ban them all. I check my ban list and my moderator list every day, or not every day, but every time I'm gonna go live. So it's not like 50,000 people have a wrench here. It's like I think I got maybe 8 wrenches out, you know. Um, but it's like, um, it, you just have to keep an eye on those. I know
Right.
you have Eddie for that, but
Yeah,
um,
absolutely.
and Eddie keeps an eye on that. But that's how you got to do it. It's like most of my moderators don't utilize that wrench. The only time they do is if people are particularly nasty. And most people that have got banned from here, and I have a real small ban list, like maybe 6 people, were banned by me, not any of my moderators. That's what's funny. I did it myself, you know, but they know they have that freedom if it gets nasty, you know, they know they have that right.
Right.
Oh, Dave wants to know, Johnny, did you find that girl you were looking for yet? Blonde hair, blue eyes. I
Ha
think
ha ha. Very freaking funny, Dave. I don't
yes,
know,
that her name
Dave.
was
I don't know.
Sorbet.
How's your how's your how's your AARP membership and how's your blood pressure, you old turd?
Mm.
Hey, Dave. The pharmacy called. They said that your little blue pills are ready to be picked up.
Hey, at least you didn't get mean and say, "Hey, your Valtrex is in. Your Valtrex is in." Let's not start that rumor,
Yeah, please don't. There's already enough rumors going around about
right?
everybody.
Oh my god.
And let's clear that up too. Rumors. Here's the thing. You know that is like elementary school slash middle school is rumors. If
Yeah,
everyone talks about receipts nowadays, or since receipts been a thing on YouTube, I don't know for
right,
how long
right.
now. A
Yeah.
lot of people are saying things
Hmm.
without receipts.
Yeah.
But
Or linking you
what
in romantic relationships you never
Yeah,
knew
but
you were
here's
in.
the other thing. But what I'm trying to say is like for the people that say that they get phone calls and they say things, they get a free pass from it.
Hey,
But if
David.
someone like me was to say something that, oh, I don't have the receipt because it was on the phone call, I'm hold to a different standard. You
Right.
know, like if someone was to apologize inside of a chat,
Hmm.
they're forgiven. But for people like me, I would have to go up on a panel and apologize to every single person. Now that's favoritism.
That's
That's
pretty
pretty much like
hypocritical.
feeding them to a freaking group of hounds.
Well,
And
yeah.
I'm sorry, like my apology should be just as good as anyone else's. Or if anyone done something wrong, they just want to apologize in chat. It's not for them to accept it. It's for the person that wants to say I'm sorry, that
Hmm.
truly did something. At least at least they're owning it and saying that they're sorry, and that should be the end of it. You
Well,
shouldn't have to ask them for more what they've already given. You
right.
know,
That to me is like wanting
that's
to publicly,
dogpiling.
that's wanting to publicly humiliate someone. That
Yep.
goes beyond. And it's like, okay, you could take the apology and just move on.
Mm-hmm.
Or you want to tar and feather this person who's apologizing. That's not how it goes. That's not how a genuine apology goes. If someone apologizes, take it for what it is and move on, right? You don't need to publicly
Yeah,
humiliate
you
the
don't need
person.
to be like, well, what are you sorry for? Just if they're
Yeah,
sorry, genuine sorry, then take it for what's worth.
yeah.
Stop trying to like make it into like an investigation or something.
Right? Boom, boom, boom. Like it's Law and Order.
By the way, I was watching Law and Order last night.
What do you
I was
guys?
watching the special victims unit or whatever.
You hear my dogs? Oh my god.
Oh, I thought it was you.
Yeah, it was me. Yeah, exactly. And here's the thing: if you have to force somebody up on a panel to apologize to these things and humiliate them in the process, you don't really want an apology. You just want to humiliate that person.
Or use them for content, for sympathy and stuff.
Exactly. And that's the thing. And to do that to somebody that I'm sorry, Johnny, but you're artistic, and to have somebody do that to you is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Well, I mean, like, look at Paulie. Look at Paulie. You know how many times he says he's sorry into everyone's chats, even though he doesn't do anything wrong. You
he's
heard
a
him say in
sweetheart.
my stream at least 50 times a day,
Yep.
and I constantly have to remind him you didn't do anything wrong. He always says that he's mean to me, and he's not. You know, that's just how his brain works. You
I,
guys can't fault someone for how they think and feel. I mean,
mm-hmm,
who are you to judge anybody? I mean,
mm-hmm,
especially with someone that's on a spectrum. Like,
mm-hmm,
you don't know their true intentions. You don't know if it's like, maybe the way that they think in their head, it's easier to explain it that way than it is, different people have different languages, and learning how to express how they feel. Just, if they're not really bothering you, just ignore them. Like,
Oh,
they're not coming into your chats, they're not doing anything.
I have to agree, Betty. The name calling, body shaming, bullying,
Oh,
yeah, it's
yeah.
over the top. And that's what I meant by the gang mentality out here. These people get into these groups or like communities, and then they get that feeling like they're part of something. You know what I mean? And then I'm not saying it's a bad thing to have a community, because it is. Sometimes it can be a positive thing. You know what I'm saying? Um, but it's so easy for people to dogpile in
Mm-hmm.
those. And I'm not going to say that I have not been a part of anything like that, because that would be a lie. That would be a lie that I haven't, joked around and said things out of pocket myself.
Right.
I mean,
We all
uh,
said
I'm
and
no
done
saint.
things. We have our past and present indiscretions. And that's a big word, indiscretions. Look it up.
Hmm.
It's where we all made mistakes. And I learned that from my favorite show, SOA. Indiscretions. It means we all fuck up. We're human beings, but you are not the executioner of
Hmm.
to like not execute but exile someone for making a mistake. We all make them. It's it's human nature to make mistakes. And some people, it's nature to keep making the same mistakes, or some people like to grow from their mistakes. You gotta
Hmm.
let them you gotta let them be who they are. You can't judge them.
Exactly. Exactly. And usually it's like I've discussed this several times. It's a different communication style, is what it is. And not everybody understands, you know, the people on the spectrum, there's a different communication style to varying degrees. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And people don't understand. It's like what may be acceptable in one arena may not be acceptable in another. And it's hard for some people to interpret the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, They need to give people grace when it comes to that,
Right.
right?
And some
Um,
people don't know how to read a room too. You know what I mean?
mhm,
And that's another thing that they're trying to make a joke to try to lighten up the mood, even though like it might be the wrong time. You know what I mean? That's
mhm.
just them trying to like it's
David,
their way to say, "Hey, I'm not comfortable talking about this. Let's change the subject." You know?
exactly. And look at it this way: um, stand-up comedians, comics, right?
Yeah.
It's about timing, right? And sometimes the timing's off. That's all, you know.
Oh yeah.
And people take it the wrong way, or whatever, or they don't get that laugh that, hey, I've done that. I've dropped a few like humor bombs that people are like, I don't get it.
Oh yeah.
It's like, I don't get it.
Yeah,
So
no,
they're like,
I said it multiple times. What do you mean? And you have to explain it to me a little differently. It's okay. Listen, it is okay to not to be okay, and if you don't understand something, that's
yeah,
fine.
ask. I'm like, I have no problem explaining things. And well, maybe I have a problem over explaining things. There you go.
Yeah, I would say that's your problem.
That's my problem. Everybody can say that.
You're
Nugget
the
says it.
problem.
I
Yeah,
am the
you
problem.
were doing it last night when you were telling me a story.
I know it.
You kept going back
Oh,
for context. And I'm
I
like,
know,
I
like,
don't need
yeah,
the
right.
context, woman.
Like I give, like how I give directions. Take a right at the Pink Flamingo,
Oh,
3 blocks down to the right.
I once had a hookup there. I don't need to know the details.
I know.
I mean,
I
your
can.
kid's even ratting you up. I mean, like, you see, she's the problem, y'all.
Good one, Dave. You and your dad jokes. There you go.
Well, you know
See,
what?
I think he's saying one of us is a cow and the other's a sheep. No, I'm just kidding. No,
Oh
wait.
wow.
No, I'm just joking.
Oh wow.
But yeah, I mean, And then,
But
or
I,
people
I
take
just don't.
things and twist them.
I
Yeah.
would love to see some. I would like to see other people's perspective on like what's your definition of okay. You
Right.
know, like what is okay to do, and someone else like as a content creator, like here you're the host. Okay, you're the host. You are in control of what you put out there on to
Hmm.
the
Right.
YouTube universe. Okay, as a mod, I would say you read off of what your host is putting out there. If your
Yeah.
host is talking about someone, that opens it up for everyone else to talk about that person or
Hmm.
whatever. You know what I mean?
Exactly. It's like
So if
somebody else told
you're
me that. Yeah. Somebody told me that, a good friend of mine, and I will mention her because she's awesome. Blues girl. Blues girl. She told me over a year and a half ago, she goes, and she put it in the best light. She goes like this. She goes, um, a creator creates the environment that is acceptable, and they create what they accept in their chats and what behavior is acceptable, and that's the tone you set for your channel.
right,
And I'm like, damn, good advice, girl. Really good advice. So she goes, it's going to depend on what you accept as what, or what you put out there and the vibe you give. So she was right on that.
yeah. And the crazy thing is, so like if you're doing just a gaming stream, I let and everyone knows this. I let my chat pretty much talk about whatever, and I am known to read every message on that pops up on on my YouTube channel because I'm streaming and it shows up on the right hand corner. I read every message so everyone knows, like, you know, I'm paying attention to them and I care about every single one of them. Now sometimes I read ones that are not so good. I can't help it. I read every single one. Do I agree with it? No. But you know, if stuff was to happen onto my channel that someone's fighting, I would read both of the messages, you know what I mean? And I would ask them both, either please stop, this is not the channel for that. If you don't like, you can go live on your own channel and have it out, but you're not going to do it here. I have people that really can't stand the drama and don't like it. Like Polly freaks out over stuff like that. He's always asking, "Is this person's a troll? Is this person good?" I don't need him to worry constantly about that stuff. I don't want Eddie coming into the chat and be like, you know, telling people to like stop fighting or any of that stuff. You know, like he does his karaoke, I support him. He whoever's mod over there, I support his decision because it's his channel. I mod for him, so it's his house, his rules, and I you have to accept it. You know, that's all it is. You guys got to be more mature, like, and I don't understand why everyone is so obsessed with being wrenched. It's it's a privilege, not a right. You have to earn, you're supposed to earn your inches. It's just like in the military. You got to earn your stripes.
Okay. Hey, Steph, you say that, and Steph just came in. The person with more wrenches than anybody on the internet.
Oh
Steph.
yes. Oh yeah. See, you came in at the right time, talks. We're talking about you. Everyone gets a wrench over there.
uh,
I mean, I
I,
came in one time and I got wrenched automatically. Like I,
I'm joking. She knows I'm joking, but she is really good wrench. So is Dave G.
yeah.
BB's a good wrench. Um, Blues
A-
is a great wrench.
And BB's
Um,
been in my chats all the time. I mean, I say hi to every single. If you comment, I say hi to you, even if I don't. I'm not trying to block people that I don't like.
mhm,
I rather keep everyone, but I know how people work and they would like, oh, you know what I mean? So I keep the ones that I know that are like feed into the trouble and stuff like that. And
right?
if I could, I would take everyone's rent, like bring everyone back and just start new, but not everyone is gonna be good. You know what I mean? It's like battle of good people versus bad people. Just like off of like have you noticed on like every say UFC or boxing or even in real life, Bloods and Crips. You know what I mean? It's always good. Blue stands for good, and red is always the bad guys. You know what I mean? Just like the Star Wars. Have you guys see the pattern here? It's always about people fighting against the good guys against the bad guys.
And who's to say who's the bad guy and who's the good guy? Sometimes that gets
Yeah,
convoluted.
exactly.
But like David, I'm going to answer your question here because you said, to be honest, the reason why I don't go on panel or in the box because I don't feel comfortable showing my face on camera. Well, you don't have to. When you go through StreamYard, in the back area, there's an option, okay, and it says, um, you know, when you originally go in, you have to open up your mic and camera, right?
Yeah.
Well, once you get in the back, you can shut your camera off. It'll show a little camera, and then you shut the camera off and you can talk. You don't have to show your face. So you're welcome to try it on my channel
Well, but
anytime.
but here's the other problem. Now, a lot of people don't. People that were in my mod list, or like in my mod chat, have heard David talk. It's hard to understand what David says because he had he has a vocal issue where you can't really understand him.
Mm,
And people, that's what I hate about kicking people out of my mod chat because they 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 always attempt to say Johnny's boys, Johnny's boys. They're not my boys. They're not my kids or anything. They're just friends. You know what I mean? They're their own people. And for David, it's hard to understand him. And certain people, I'm not gonna say names because I'm not gonna do that,
mm-hmm,
but y'all heard him talk multiple times, and people always say, "What is he saying? What is he saying?" I, I understand him because I grew up with them, but
mm-hmm,
you guys seem to always say that, "Oh, that's just one of Johnny's henchmen or one of his simps and stuff like that." David's his own person. He's chewed me, and Ginger can vouch for me. He's chewed me out a bunch of times on my channel about, talking about some of these people. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
And stuff like that. But you guys gotta quit referring to them as my minions or my goons and stuff like that because they're their own people. I don't tell them what to say or what to do.
Well, that's funny because none of my mods are my goons
Yeah, I mean, they're just friends of
or
mine that stick
minions.
up for me. I mean, everyone else has friends that stick up for them. See, here we go again. Why is there a different standard for my friends and myself than there is for everyone else? You see what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah. And you know what? I don't even have a mod chat. I mean, I have like a chat with a few, like
Oh, shut up,
a
not
handful
Ginger.
of friends, but
Yeah,
it's like, and they just happen to be mods. So maybe, but I don't consider it my mod chat because it's like, oh, these are people that I've known forever,
right.
you know? And it's like a lot of times we don't even talk about YouTube.
Yeah,
So
and
it's
I
like,
don't talk about you. Really, we don't really talk about YouTube in my mod chat sometimes. Sometimes we talk like here and there. We'll talk about future stream ideas or when I'm gonna go stream. But most of the time, it's also like hey, how you doing? How's your family and stuff like that. We talk like other stuff other than YouTube,
yep,
and
yep,
like other people have friends that were having issues.
right?
I would call and check up on them.
Mm-hmm.
Now, to say that I'm selfish, that I don't support any other creators, put a one in chat if I've been in your chat when I'm streaming at the same time, and I always say,
Exactly.
"Hey, I'm in your chat. I just can't listen because I'm streaming." But
Mm-hmm.
I do
Mm-hmm.
support a lot of people. Now,
Yeah, you
there's
do.
other content creators that I'm not. It's not that not a fan of them. It's just it's not entertaining enough for me. It's not my area of expertise, so I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. I can't really
Or it
comment
might be the
on
topic.
the topic. I can't really comment on it, but I always give a thumbs up.
Yeah, I've seen you do that for All Things Serious. I've seen you do that for retro. I've seen you do that for Steph here, Trish, you name
Yeah,
it. And it's like if you're friends with them, you usually pop in and say hi, even if you're streaming. So to say that you don't support people, that's a bunch of crap. I'll tell you that much. Because you always pop in and say hi, even if you're
yeah.
streaming at the
Sometimes,
same time.
especially at 4 o'clock in the morning, when All Things Series usually goes live and does his chill stream. You'll see me in there most of the time. You know, and I'll check up on him. Speaking of that, he came into my chat earlier, so I'm
Hmm.
gonna go in his chat later and say hi to him. It's
Right?
common courtesy. If someone comes into your chat, you should at least pay them the same respect by coming in there and showing them love like they did to you. Even if it's not a whole like the whole stream, just going in there and saying hi means the difference to a lot of people. They don't
Right.
care how long you stay, as long as you
You
show
know,
your appreciation.
or just stop by. I mean, I stop by and I'm like, hey, I'm just floating through to, give you a thumbs up. And it might be I have things going on or have things the next following morning that I have to be up for or whatever. And I may not stick around for the whole thing, but I at least like to pop in. And I
Right.
don't make every stream of yours, just like you don't
Oh,
make it.
absolutely not.
I mean, but I will usually pop by, even if I'll go to the replay and pop in and but like it. It's just mutual support and respect. That's all it is. And I do that with most of like All Things Serious. I may not catch every one of them, but I like to listen to the replays if I don't catch it, and then I give them a like, and I'll do that with a lot of people, creators. If I'm not in there and you don't see me in there, I'm usually watching the replay or
Right.
thumbs up, and liking it. Um, but I haven't been around much for the last, I want to say 3 weeks.
Yeah, no, because
It's
I wrote you a couple times. You barely been on your Discord. And here's
mm,
another thing that I will bring up. You ready? I just talked about this with Ginger. Now there's a new thing that's on my PS5 that I can actually say, like, even if they're not on a system,
mhm,
I can log into my Discord, and we can have general conversations with them on my gaming stream if we chose to talk about something like that is mutual, you know what I mean?
mhm,
So I don't have to end my stream. I could still be in her chat. Say, like,
mhm,
right now, if I wanted to, I could go up on Ginger. I could stream now, and I could still talk to Ginger from Discord on a private call. You know what I mean?
mhm.
But
I, yeah, I told him, I said, "Oh, good. So, I'll go through Discord while you're live, and I will make commentary on how crappy you're playing the game." No.
yeah, exactly. And and I'm open to people to that if they're not in the comment section, they want to call me on Discord and be like, "Hey, I have a question about the game," or
Mhm.
whatever,
That's a
you
good
know what I
idea.
mean? I don't have to end my stream all the time. And that's what I do a lot of times when people call me or and stuff like that out in stream. That's why I stream a lot too. Or sometimes my game crashes. I can't help that. There's there Sea of Thieves is known to crash a lot. It freezes up. Sometimes I have to do 4 or 5 streams just to make it work. You know what I mean? Because the servers are crappy. It's no one's fault. It's just the game. You know what I mean? So for people to say like I stream 1,000 times a day, that we all know that's an exaggeration. But the thing is like I want to put out content, and if I delete it, it's because it was either too short or someone said something that popped up on my screen that doesn't need to be aired out. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like I'm trying to protect, even if I don't like you, I'm still protecting you guys from. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? Like, if someone was to say something bad about Ginger, okay, well Ginger's not here to defend herself, so I'm gonna if it continues, I will just end stream and then block the person and then and do the stream all over again. Because I don't want something on my channel where the person can't defend themselves.
Yeah. Like a lot of times I will Like, the people that come in with the troll names?
Yeah.
A lot of times, even if it's somebody I don't like, a lot of time, or, that I can't say that I don't like or that I'm not particularly a fan of. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I will just block that as because I don't want that negative energy, I don't want, somebody making fun of somebody else necessarily. Sorry, guys. Daughter called. I'm on the phone with her.
Oh,
Oh,
well, welcome to grandmahood, you old fart.
oh my goodness. Pregnancy meltdowns. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Wait, who are you to judge a freaking pregnancy meltdowns?
I'm
See,
not
here you go.
judging.
Look.
I'm just
She.
saying I know. I know. Been
Oh, I
there.
know, but look at
Why are you
Steph
looking
over
at
there.
me?
Uh huh.
No, I'm trying to
Talking crap.
calculate in my head. I think I figured that with my kids, it puts about 5 years of being pregnant. Like
Yeah.
5 years out of my life being pregnant. Ah,
Well, Steph is a grandma now, so she's
or
gonna
four.
have to deal with it now.
Four, basically. 4 years of my life pregnant. There we go.
But
And one of them was for 10 months, man. I was like a month overdue.
that sounds. See, this is why I have to say I am glad I'm a
Yeah,
guy.
yeah, you're like, I don't know what it feels like to be
I don't
pregnant.
want to know. I'm sorry. I'm a boy. Okay, I have a peen for a reason. Okay, I don't want to have to think about how much that shit's gonna hurt.
You don't have to worry about it. It's just the fullness of your belly. Let's think. The closest you will be to ever being pregnant would be eating a lot of Thanksgiving turkey.
Well, I don't like turkey, so I'm safe.
or eating a lot of food and having a
Oh, okay.
stuffed
Well,
stomach.
yeah, I've done that on my birthday. Okay, I was freaking throwing up like for 5 days straight.
Yep, there you go. That's as close as you'll ever come to being pregnant.
Oh yeah, that shit was painful, especially on my birthday. Man, you know me. I love go karts, you guys. I was so sick, but my sister's like saying we could just go home and stuff like that, but she already paid for it. So this is how like um nice I am. I was like, no, I could suck it up. I'll be all right. Just I just need a minute or whatnot. But my sister overlapped me. That's how much pain I was in. Like, and she's like, we could just go home. I'm like, no. She's like, you hungry? I'm like, yeah, I'll eat a little something. I ended up getting sick at the restaurant, like literally blowing chunks at the table. And she's like, let's just go home. I'm like, okay, because I don't like to be a. The problem is, I am too nice. I don't say what I really want to say to people. Be like, yeah, I think I should go home, but I'm too nice, and considerate, and
You
that's
don't want to ruin their good
yeah.
time.
I don't want to ruin what they have planned for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't want to be the wet blanket.
Exactly. So I try to suck it up, and sometimes it does. And whenever someone's hurting, you don't
Hmm.
have to be like, hey, I'm going through that too. You know what I mean? Let the
Hmm.
person vent on what they're feeling, and just let it be about them that one time. It doesn't have to be a competition constantly
Hmm.
about who's got the better like sob stories and whatnot. Just
You don't have to one
it's
up.
not a piss competition.
It's not.
Shut up.
Oh, I thought it was. I got to lift my leg.
Oh my god. I don't want that image in my head.
Oh my gosh.
This is why we can't have nice things. Ginger is not a nice item, okay?
Well, okay, you do not want to flip the redhead switch. No, I'm just kidding. Because, obviously Dave G said something about earlier about waiting for the redhead temper. You know what? It's only come out like twice on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, no, no. Me getting mad is not a beautiful sight. Like it's not. It's not a pretty picture, but it has happened.
It's not a pretty sight to look at.
It's not a pretty sight to be at the end of it, man. I tell you what, because you know, when I finally do let it loose, it's like a storm. A storm, I tell you, where I do not shut up.
You don't shut up regardless.
True. Uh-oh. Johnny. Johnny?
Suck up.
Johnny dropped off. He ran away. He's afraid of the redhead storm.
Ginger.
Yeah?
Okay, sorry. It was my little brother. He wanted to play the game, but I told him I was on the phone with you guys real quick. And,
Ah,
so what I'm gonna do after this stream, I'm gonna stream for him, and so he wants to play a game. So guys, if people want me to stream, I can't say no to them.
yep.
You know what I mean?
And that's
Because
the other thing. A lot of people don't realize that a lot of times that you do go to stream, it's because it's by request. A lot of
right,
time, and by your community.
yeah,
And people don't understand that. It's like, no, he's requested to go live. People,
yeah. I mean, like if I could, I don't like to take days off, but sometimes I have to tell them I can't stream. I need a break. You know what I mean?
mhm,
Because it's hard to you can't please everybody,
yeah,
and I can't say no to the person that just called me and asked me to because his mom is a
oh yeah,
big friend of mine. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm,
And he loves it when I stream. We have a great time. You know,
mm-hmm.
and who am I to take away someone's joy out of hanging out with me? You know what I mean?
My mom used to say this saying, and it makes sense when she listened to it. It's like she said, you can please most of the people uh, part of the time, or yeah, part of the time. You can please, or no, you can please all the people part of the time, part of the people all the time, but not all the people all the time. That's how you got to look at it.
Right.
Look at everybody. It's like, we're leaving Ginger's, man. Now Ginger's boring. Look at her. She's got some naked guy on her panel. That's what they call it
Yeah, when they don't
when
have
the
the
avatar when the
yeah.
avatar's
Wait, they don't
missing.
see my avatar right now.
Oh no, but well, yeah, sure.
Oh,
No, your avatar is missing. You're
oh,
naked. You're
oh.
naked.
Well, why didn't you say something, y'all? This ain't OnlyFans. God damn it.
It's not NAKED. It's NEKKEID.
I know
Okay,
what
is
it
that
is.
better?
There we go. There he is.
Okay, I hate those pictures, but you know, if I could make my own ones again, I want to put the ones that Tinksy Bell put on there, but I don't know how to do it.
Right?
But I mean, guys, it's the main thing about what's going on is let people do what they want to do, and if you don't like it, turn the channel. It's just like a TV. Turn the channel. You don't
Mm-hmm.
have to make up shit. You don't have to like make it all like make up these rumors because rumors can actually hurt people.
Mm-hmm.
And
Or hurt people around that person. You know what
right,
I mean? It's like, everybody's trying to romantically link somebody always to Johnny. And it's like,
yeah,
really? Really? It's like, yeah, if he was half the stud, I have no idea, you know?
right,
But it's like, nah, like, nah. Just because you're friends with people doesn't mean you're like, and they're
right.
the
And
opposite sex.
even if listen, even if I was with someone,
Wouldn't be anybody on
it
here's
wouldn't. It's
business.
none of you guys is it's none of your guys' decisions
Concern.
on what
Yeah.
happens, you know.
Right?
And here's the other thing: like, if I wasn't in a relationship, if we wanted to keep it private, then
Yeah.
we would do that.
And that's the other thing I have to say about all these people going public with stuff, right? It's like even when people are publicly connected, it doesn't phase me either way. You know what I mean? But other people have to make a deal out of it. And I'm like, who cares? It's their private life, you know? It's nobody else's business. It's like, I don't know. It makes no
Yeah,
sense.
I mean, like, and here's the other thing: I know I'm not like there's a lot of people like think like, oh, Johnny is a troll or he's not good looking, he's lying about this. How are you to know if I'm lying about anything? You're not sleeping with me. You're not in my real life. You're just, some of you guys are just chatters and some of you guys are friends and some of you I consider family.
Hmm.
Okay? And I know there's a lot of people that say, I don't deserve any money. That's your opinion.
Hmm.
I don't tell people, I don't say, hey, Ginger, me and you are best friends. You got to pay me for because I'm streaming right now or any of that. Okay. If people donate to me, that's their own doing. I don't write them privately and ask them, hey, can you do this? Now, there's sometimes that I'm like, if I'm like $2 short, yeah, I would ask because it's $2 short. You know what I mean? And it's like hours left in that last day. Yeah, I would probably ask, but there's
Right.
nothing wrong with it because I don't ask for much from anybody. Like if they can, they can. If they can't, oh well, I'll miss the month. It's not a big deal.
See, yeah, and if everybody thought that way, it'd be great. You know what I mean? And there's a few of us that think this way. And how many? Think about it. How many people are
Well,
thinking the same as we are, Johnny,
well,
but
here's the
just
thing
don't are
though. But
afraid to voice it. Are afraid to voice it.
right, right. But here's the other thing too, guys. It's okay to miss a month
Hmm.
of of a threshold because guess what? The following month you're already close to it. Say like you're at $98, okay, and you're trying to reach your threshold. You missed the threshold. Okay, guess what? You're only $2 short from hitting it for the next following month. It's not a big deal. Instead of paying like constantly to get the threshold, you know what I mean? Sometimes
Uh-huh.
it's good to miss a threshold because then it's easier for you to get paid the following month. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta be careful how you spend your money. And
I wouldn't know. I'm not monetized.
right, well, I'm just because I am, so that's why another
Yeah, I mean
like
that's a good
a
tip.
friend of mine mentioned it. He's like, hey, it's okay if you miss a threshold. Thankfully, and I thank all of my supporters, and I'm not trying to say anything or toot my own horn, but I haven't missed a month yet since I've been monetized. I've been paid every single month since I. Does that mean it's going to continue? Absolutely not. But I'm just saying I'm thankful for the people that do support and I show them the same love in return, If they're a streamer, I go show them love. If they're just a chatter, I'll write a community post saying how they are. I mean, go look at my community posts. If you think I'm a bad guy, I wouldn't be messaging people, reaching out to them if
Hmm.
you know what I mean? Come on. It's common sense, people. If I'm a bad guy, then you could think that. But I think my actions, my streams, and my community posts say otherwise.
How I look at it too. It's like as a female, right? Um, the only time you should panic about missing a month is like when you don't want to end up with a
Yeah,
baby.
when you have a when you have a pregnancy scare. Yeah,
um, yeah, he is awesome. I love Hemi. Hemi's my bro. He's my brother from another mother.
and I'm just tired of people labeling just. And here's the other thing that people are starting to say now that's really starting to piss me off. And I will say this. Um, so just because, um, autism, okay, there's some people are like saying instead of calling themselves stupid, they're like, oh, I got the autism brain.
Hmm.
Or they'll say like, the ism, I'm having an ism moment, you know that's not that's not cool. You're offending people that have that medical issue and they can't help it. So if you want some real life coaching, I would say um, act your age, not your shoe size. And
Hmm.
when I was younger, the old saying was there's no kicking, no scratching, no fighting, no biting. Okay, if you got nothing nice to say nothing at all. People need to go back to the roots and be adults and stop
Hmm.
thinking that they're like above everyone else because you're not. You're just We all bleed the same color. We all bleed red. We all have a heart. We all have a soul.
Mm-hmm.
Start acting like human beings instead of hooligans and heathens. You know,
Mm-hmm.
act like you've been here before.
What is it you call that? The autism thing? You call it the rhythm?
The ism.
No, 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 no,
Prism with
no.
the tism.
The rhythm with the tism?
Yeah,
That's
I don't ever want to hear you say that.
no. I mean, Nugget, and her and my son say that.
yeah.
Prism with the tism.
Yeah, rhythm with the tism.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like
there's
a
nothing wrong
colonize.
with that. You know, I mean, she's not picking on someone that has it, you guys. So it's, but the
No.
way that people use that term because
Yeah.
they're autistic, it means that we're stupid. No, we learn things differently and we see things differently.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. And
No.
there's a lot of things that we know that you guys might not know.
Hmm. I agree. I agree. My kids
Shut
see
up,
things
Dave.
a different way, and they make me feel dumb. Hey, Trish, welcome back, sweetheart.
Yeah, if Tish wants to come up, I mean, like she can share some light on some of this stuff if she wants to, because she's been around my channel. You've been around my channel.
Hmm.
BB's been around my channel. A lot of you guys have been in my channel. Y'all just don't like me because I actually put my foot down and I start sticking up for myself. And you know,
Yeah.
I mean, I am not a true toy anymore. I'm not being y'all's pawn. I do what I want to do. I
Hmm.
used to cater to everyone else, and then you can ask Ginger. I used to
Hmm.
be always in everyone's chat. Hey, is it okay if I stream now? And a
Yeah.
lot of you and a lot of people said no. Don't You're not allowed to stream right now because
Yeah. Because so in this community is streaming,
yeah. Well,
and
guess
it's
what? I'm like if you know football, I'm a free agent. I'm free to go wherever the hell I want, and I love
exactly.
that. I don't have to, sit with, I don't have to sit with the cool kids or the nerd kids. I could sit wherever the fuck I want to. Sorry for cussing, but it's
But
true.
that's what I say. It's like I always said this. I'm free range. I'm free range, like a free range chicken. But I also sit there and go, like, I don't have to sit at anybody's lunch table. I'm
Yeah,
that girl. I'm that girl smoking under the bleachers. If you want to come have a smoke with me, go ahead.
right. And here's the thing. I'm the head of my own table. My table is my channel. Okay,
Right?
I'm the host, so everyone is their head of their own table. They
Mm-hmm.
can choose and have people and they can, like, it's okay to have your mods say how they feel, but
Mm-hmm.
at least people need to keep it on the topic at hand. If they're gonna talk about someone, keep it, that's fine. But the problem is like, the not everyone is right about every situation. Just because
Mm-hmm.
you want to make false allegations on someone, it doesn't mean that's true. You can rumors. No, nothing comes good out of rumors. I mean, it's gonna hurt either the person or someone close to them. And
Yeah, and it might be someone you like, but
yeah,
and it's just it makes
it's
no sense.
heartbreaking to see how people react nowadays.
Well, like you said, it's a lot of junior high, high school kind of stuff. That's right. Never stop being you, bro.
Oh, I never will, because you know what? I love being new who I am. I'm living my best life. Look,
I know.
like
I
I'm not
told
trying to
you.
toot my own horn. I'm sitting here living my best life. I can stay home, go out, whatever I want to do. I could work whenever I want to work, and put the content that I want to put out there, and it's not gonna be drama. I refuse to have drama in my streams. Now, if
Hmm.
someone comes in and starts bringing in drama and like attacking my channel the way that some people have done in the past, I will say something on my stream. But guess what? Right afterwards, I either put it on private or I delete it because I don't want that stuff on my channel.
Right? Exactly. I mean, there's been lives, like most of my lives are up, but there's been lives that I um like I've actually went and privated or unlisted, not a whole bunch. There's some that I unlisted because it just didn't make sense for my channel. You know, like
Right.
it was like I was like, okay, that makes no sense, so I'll enlist it. Maybe a handful. Um, and then there's like one live I made, and this is so funny, 2 years ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
That went 8 hours.
Jesus Christ.
It went, I think, 8.5 hours. And what I was gonna do is because it was titled as it was what was it? A zodiac.
Mm-hmm.
Zodiac. It was like we were talking. I was trying to teach people how to go over it. How to do a zodiac chart. Anyway, that was only 45 minutes of that, but I had somebody on panel at the time who wanted to come up after I talked about that. And that was only, like I said, 45 minutes. And this person and I got to talking about other things. And we went on for hours. And I'm like, okay, that doesn't even make sense because it's titled this. So,
Right.
so I was going to trim it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I never got around to trimming it.
Well, and here's the other thing too, and like like you said, when you did your 8 hours lives, you remember when I first started my very first channel, I've done multiple 12-hour streams. You know what I mean? I've done multiple of those, and I used to love doing those. You know what I mean? I've
Yeah.
done multiple of those. Ever since I got monetized and I made this channel, it's just been nothing but bull crap and like people attacking for no freaking reason and stuff like that. It gets really annoying to the point that I don't even want to try and go do another 12-hour stream again. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But those were the challenges that I love to do. How long does it
Mhm.
take me to beat this game from start to finish? You know?
Yeah.
And it's just ridiculous on how like people are so invested and like just because they're not getting the viewers and the support they get from their own content, they have to bash someone else.
Hmm.
Is pretty shameful. I mean, if they don't like you for you, then just be yourself. Who gives a shit if you're not the best content creator or you're the top notch. At least be yourself and stand up for what you truly believe in.
Right.
Like follow be a leader, not a follower.
There you go. Exactly. And that there's way too much of that. That's why it's like that's what I meant by you get these big groups, of people that are like, I'm part of this group or I'm part of that group, and it's like, do you have to be a part of
Any
you
group?
know any group? I mean, can't you have your own individual uh, like mindset? Do you have to
Right.
go with the crowd? It's like you shouldn't lose your own morals or your own ethics or your own code of standards or anything. Yeah, or join a mob mentality in order to be part of like part of something. Why can't you just be you? Um, because I mean, most of the friends I have here, like you, and uh, we do our
And
own thing, and we
cause,
don't
yeah.
we don't have to be a mob,
Right.
except for like Steph. You know, she's part of the sheepfolding mob.
No, she's just a psycho.
But I have to agree with under duress. Um, too much censorship is going on. Yeah.
Well, no, Dave. I usually just stop at like the 11-hour mark, like 11 hours. But I mean, like I'll sometimes do multiple. You know what I mean? To try to do like a 24-hour stream.
You
Now I'm
know,
not. You
when
know
I
what I mean?
used to I used to be like, how do I put this? I have a good friend on here, and I used to joke around because I was on her channel for the longest time, and I said she was Johnny Carson and I was her Ed McMahon. Okay.
Oh wow.
I mean, I was like always on her panel, like we talk, and um, I would joke around about that. And I had my own channel, but I didn't go live on my channel at that time. I was
Right.
only doing pre-recorded stuff and or doing videos. And anyway, she had a talk kind of. like her channel was like a chit chat channel.
Mm-hmm.
And we joke about that I was her Ed McMahon. And she had no censorship there. And I was giving her advice, which is funny because she was the one that knew how to go live. And at that time, I was clueless. Um, and, she, I was telling her, like, hey, what about doing this? What about doing that? And I'm like, man, I'm telling my friend a lot of shit to do with her channel. I, this is her channel, you know? Like, but, oh, okay. I hope everything's all right, Steph. Anyone from Indiana?
I'm
No,
not.
I'm from Iowa,
Hey, that's your main problem right there, Iowa
right?
folks.
Right?
Damn Hawkeyes.
Well, you know, yeah, there you go. Except for like the thing is, you know, because I live close to Nebraska, we had like, what was it? Iowa sucks and Nebraska blows, you know. Uh, but yeah, there's too much censorship and there's too much. Oh, you can't do this and you can't do that. And
Yeah, it's too many politics and being
that's
in groups.
that's exactly it, Johnny. I was explaining this to somebody else once. I was like, I didn't realize when I first started this that there was so many politics involved. And it's like, oh, you can only go here and you could go here, and if you went here, there, you know, somebody was going to have a problem with you, or and I'm finally, it's like I was like, I don't care, I don't care. I'm going to go where I want to go. Damn the politics. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm not. I'm not gonna not be friends with Johnny just because Joe Blow says it's not cool. I mean,
right.
I, that's not how I am.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm. Listen, if someone has a problem with someone, that's not my issue. It's not
Baroness, hey sweetheart, I love you. I miss you, girl.
like my problem is, it's like I don't care who you associate with because
Mm-hmm.
it's not. But the minute that you bring the negative stuff to my
Mm-hmm.
channel, I will nip it in the butt and be like, you know what? You get sometimes people even say that I give too many warnings. Like you and Ginger says you're giving them way too many warnings a couple times because there was a couple instances where people were fighting in my chat
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, okay, you guys just stop talking to each other. That's your first warning. And then I gave him another one, and then third time, and she said, you know what? It might be time for you to get rid of someone. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But she would never tell me. She said, in her opinion, I
Mm-hmm.
think I should take them because she would never. No one tells me what to do on my channel. I do it because
Exactly.
it's my channel.
It's like only advice I've really given you is do your own thing, Johnny. And it's like, holy crap, it's windy as hell. We've
No,
had
that's why I said
storms.
I thought the trash can. I think the trash can just got fucking stolen, woman. But you don't listen. You have ears. You don't use them.
Oh, tornado season. Probably a tornado. No,
Well, it's hurricane season in Florida, so
I mean I was we had a hailstorm here earlier and I took video of it and put it in a group. I was like, hey, look what's going on to my friends, you know, like my lady friends. Oh, yeah, Steph, I totally understand. I had that same issue with my boy. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. Um, but yeah, as long as you do your own thing and don't don't always censor yourself. I mean, I do to a point. I'm not gonna lie. I water things down sometimes because I don't want to rock the boat. But sometimes you gotta rock that boat. You know,
yeah,
sometimes you gotta rock it because otherwise, you know, people get by with things.
yeah, and
The wrong people get by with things.
and here's the other thing: if you don't voice your opinion,
Hmm.
like say like you're in the chat, but and you're on the panel,
Hmm.
It's okay for you if they ask you a question. You could literally say it's okay, guys. Like, I don't know why people are so afraid
Hmm.
of saying I don't agree with that. I don't condone that at all.
Hmm.
And it seems like it seems like you're siding with an enemy of some sort, and that's not what it should be about. You
Look,
should
I've lost a wrench over that. Like, hey, saying, hey, I don't. Well, not necessarily lost a wrench. Got my ass in trouble a few times on the hot water, uh, disagreeing with the creator. You know, like if somebody says some pretty uh, nasty stuff or something that's controversial that I don't necessarily agree with, I will state it. I'll say, hey, I'm going to have to agree to disagree on that. You know what I mean? And not everybody likes being told that, but I don't care. If I don't agree with it, I'm going to say something. You
right,
know, like if you're saying something like really, like I said, controversial and I don't agree with it, I will state it. I don't have to get in a fight over it, but I can say, hey, I don't align with that. And
right.
we'll agree to disagree. And if somebody gets upset that I said that, that's on them, you know? Um, but there's a way to stand up for yourself and do it in a respectful way, or stand up for your beliefs and do it respectfully. Um, Jeez Louise. It is blowing outside. I have my door open, and my teenagers are out there making sure that the trash cans don't fly down the street.
Oh, you're worried about the trash cans, but what about the kids?
Oh, well, I'll just pop out a couple more. Well, I'll just pop out a couple more. Who cares? No, I'm just kidding. Exactly. That's how you do it. That's the only way you learn and grow. Honestly. What?
Tornado touchdown. Amen.
Where?
The wind's the fucking wind's howling. You don't fucking hear it?
Oh, it's sirens going?
No, the wind. It's howling. One's either about to touch down or already did, far away.
Yeah. We're not. We never like. There's probably one that touched down like 5 miles away. That happens all the time.
It's fucking howling.
But I just don't.
You want to stay out
I
here?
mean, is it fair to say, like, like, everyone talks about, well, we have a freedom of speech and stuff like that. Well, if you really think that you have a freedom of speech, tell people how you really feel, and
Hmm.
if they get mad at you, just be like, well, it's my freedom of speech. I have the right to say how I feel. And who
If
are
you,
they to justify, well, that your feelings are invalid? You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's wrong.
Here's the thing. They say, like everybody likes to throw that out, right? They like to bandy that about the whole freedom of speech. Yes, we have freedom of speech. There's some places that don't, but we have freedom of speech, but it also says in the Constitution, okay, if you read it, you are have freedom of speech, but you are not free of the repercussions of voicing it, which means you could be held accountable for what you say.
Right.
Doesn't and a lot of people don't understand that. Like, hey, you could say what you want to. And that's what I try to tell my kids. But whether it works or not, I'm like, you know what? There's freedom of speech, but it's not always what you say, it's how you say it.
Right.
Because you can say it and get your point across without, making it look senseless,
I'm gonna
or
start using that logic on you when I don't like how you say things.
you don't like how I say things all the time just because of the generation gap.
No, because you say things that can be borderline taken in the wrong way. And I'm not gonna say what I actually think because it's a lie. But I'll ruin your reputation.
Oh,
I'll get my ass for that because I ruined your reputation.
I don't care. Can I call in? I don't care, Baroness. You're welcome. Hold on. Oops.
Yeah, if anyone wants the link, I don't know him, so
I will drop the link.
yeah. We'll give you, well, uh, and here's the thing. And Ginger said this to me earlier before we started streaming, guys, and um, she says that she won't let anyone up that I don't want up. If you really want to come up, just don't come at me sideways. You know, if you want to have a genuine conversation about whatever,
Hmm.
I'm cool with that. But I'm not gonna let you, and Ginger would not let you attack me. You know what I mean? But if you want to settle stuff, I'm down for that. I just don't want it to be like a mob style. You
Hmm.
know, a lot of people do that shit out here, and
Oh, Baroness is not a an attacker.
no, no,
So,
no, no. I'm just saying for just in general, like
hmm.
what I mean, because we forgot to tell them, like we'll let people up. We're just not gonna like let me get attacked, and what I mean, it's not gonna be like a mob style
Hmm.
on here.
Yeah, like we are pretty. You know how I am. It's like I'm cool with people voicing their opinions as long
Right,
as they're respectful and they don't attack my, you know, other people.
right.
That's all. That's.
Yeah, I just want to throw that exclaimer out there.
I
Like
mean,
I don't care.
that's part of growing and
Yeah,
learning. It's like if you're not learning something
and
and growing, then you're not evolving as a person. You know.
yeah, I don't care. And I'll say this: like me or hate me, that's on you. But the thing is like, don't make me out to be something that I'm not. You guys can't say that I'm in this for myself because I'm clearly not. There's multiple receipts on that where I'm always taking care of one of my friends that wants me to stream, or I'm streaming for them. Like, if you're gonna talk about me, you could say things about me, like that could be true. I don't, but just don't make up the lies about me, like how I'm taking advantage of anyone, because I don't do that. I'm not a grifter. I don't do any of that shit. I hate those kind of rumors about me that like I don't care about people, because that's far from the truth.
Yeah.
I mean, ask Ginger. I would sit there and I message her sometimes. If I don't hear from her, I'll be like, "Hey, are you good? What's going on?"
Yeah. It's like you've disappeared for days.
Yeah, I was
Like,
like,
what's
"God
going on?
damn, where's
Ginger,
my
are you
Smurf?
okay?
Where's yeah? Like I haven't heard you say Smurf off, and I haven't seen you anywhere.
It breaks Johnny out if he hasn't heard from me or seen
I
me.
or
It's like,
anyone. Like, guys, there's multiple times, and I will say this because everyone knows how much I care about all my friends. Like Smiley. Okay, she said in my stream that she was taking some time off. I'm not used to change. You know what I mean?
hmm.
That's one thing with people with autism, that they have the same system over and over. Like everything that they do is like it's like a ritual. Like,
Hmm.
you know, it's just who we are.
Right.
If we don't see someone in the chat, we start to worry. Or I'll message someone
Right.
and say, "Hey, are you mad at me?" Because I haven't seen them in a while. That doesn't mean like I know that they're mad at me. It's just my way of reaching out. And do I tend to like worry a lot? Yeah, I worry about my friends a lot. If I don't see you around a lot, I worry.
Yeah.
If I don't see you on a panel, or if you're a content creator, you're not streaming,
Hmm.
I tend to worry. Maybe people should, instead of always being worried about themselves, worry about other people. Like
Yeah.
I am completely different. I'm old school. I
Hmm.
I care about people more than I care about myself. Like I could be having the shittiest of days. If someone wants me to stream, I put that shit aside and I'll be like, mentally I'm not I don't want to do it, but I'll put on a fake smile and I'll do the stream.
Are you still there? Uh oh. Johnny. Boy, he dropped off. Richard Cranium. Nice. You know, stuff how it goes out here. Me, I'm not mean. I'm just frank. Uh-oh. Well, he'll be back. He's like a bad penny. He'll pop up. He'll turn up. Are you coming up, Baroness?
Sorry, I had a
Oh,
phone
you're
call
fine.
again. Uh,
Uh, there he goes again, dropping off. Oh well, he'll be back. Or it could be the storm kicking him off. I don't know. Because there is a storm. Um, Stuff. He's been going through a few things recently. There we go.
yeah, I was here. I accidentally dropped down so I could turn off my camera because no one wants to see my massive forehead.
Uh, you mean five head?
Listen, I got a 20 head. Okay, shut up.
Well, look at mine. I mean, my forehead isn't exactly
No,
tiny.
yours is the shape of Mount Everest. Okay, that thing's huge.
You could park a car on my forehead,
That is literally
A cargo? No, it's a cargo ship. What are you talking about?
right? It's like if I go swimming, planes just circle around like it's a landing, like like they can land on it.
Oh Jesus! But no, but the so what was I saying before I got kicked off? Because my friend really wants me to play, but I told him that this is really important. So,
I
um,
feel
I
so special.
yeah, okay, so like the situation is like I'm tired of people like putting some people to higher standards than they do
Hmm.
some of their own communities and stuff like
Hmm.
that. Like, but the main problem is people don't know how to like. And in order for someone to apologize, it's they gotta get something in return, and it shouldn't be about that at all. It should be just like like if someone says they want to be left alone, then leave them alone. If they're not talking about you, you have no right to talk about them. You know what I mean? And it's just plain simple. Got nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all unless the other person's there and it's happening right then and there. Then you can go back and forth. But most of the time, I don't even respond to people because I don't care. All I care about is what I'm putting out there, and that is good content, helping friends out, and making people laugh. That's it. I'm sick of that. I'm just sick of it.
Okay, I'm going to attempt this.
Okay, good luck.
Okay. Hello? Hello? Under duress? Hello? Are you there?
That
Oh,
was weird.
oh well.
Interesting.
It says device not connected. Under Baroness. Baroness, your device is not connected. Okay, there we go. Hey, Baroness.
Hello.
Hey, girl.
Hi. I can't see anything.
Yeah,
Good to see you, girlfriend.
Okay, I'll just stop. Is that Johnny? Who is
yeah.
that?
You're on,
Hey,
honey.
Johnny.
Hi.
You've been through a lot, hun.
Yeah, but you know what? It makes me stronger. So
Okay,
it,
guys. I'm going to
yeah,
attempt this. Under duress?
yeah.
Hello?
It comes with the territory.
Hello? Under duress?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Then who? You know what? If that's who I think it might be, I'm gonna hang up. But it's okay.
Anyway,
We,
go
we
ahead.
don't know who it is.
They weren't answering, so I
Yeah.
removed them. So what's up, girl? Good to
Is
see
there
you.
is there a Mashugana around?
Is there a what?
A Mashugana around or a Yenta?
Oh, right. I got
Oh,
I got a cupboard. I got a cupboard with some kosher salt. I'll just throw it at my
that works.
computer.
They might just shrivel up and, you know,
I got some kosher salt. I
like you
used
put
me
on a
some kosher
slug.
salt. Oh, maybe my cell phone signal's weak. It might be sometimes you can't get through with that. So how you been, girl? Haven't seen you around much. Well, of course I haven't been around much, so
Yeah, I
I
was gonna
know.
say.
Yeah, go ahead, honey. What?
Yeah, no, I was just agreeing with Ginger. I was like, wait, how are you gonna say you haven't seen her around when you haven't been around?
right.
You know, these alliances are really weird. And so I just tread carefully. So I have certain friends I will stay in touch with regardless.
Mhm.
And others who just seem like they succumb to the nonsense, I
Mhm.
just let them go.
There you go. That's how you got to do it. It's like, you know, that's how I do it. It's like I'll talk to different people on here. I'm cool with different people. I just don't get into the politics and I don't get into the fighting. I I know that a lot of people have good reasons for fighting. I'm not going to argue that they don't because I'm not in their shoes.
Right. And I just don't go in channels that are something that I don't like. I don't if I don't like if it's not that I don't like you, it's just like I don't want to be there.
Hmm.
That doesn't mean like I'm under a fake account. I'm like I don't do the fake accounts. I can't stand them. They've been done to me multiple times. They happened to Ginger. I
Yeah.
was on Ginger's panel one day, and there was one that came up of me instantly, and
Right.
it's like
What?
I don't. I know what it's like. Why would I? Why would I have make the time and effort to waste a account on trolling something like that stupid? You know what I mean? Like anyone could do the IP address and say like like they could look at the channel because it's happened on multiple people's channels where they made alt accounts of me acting like I was that they were acting as me and get trying to get start trouble with me in my own chats. I don't want that kind of shit on my channel. And neither should anyone else. Like
Like,
look at the channel. If you're a mod wrench, look at the channel, look when it was made, and and there you go. You know what I'm saying? It's
oh,
not hard
very
if you have
nice.
wrench. Like do the research.
Well, yeah. It's like I've had it happen to where like somebody said they saw a clone of me, and I'm like, really? Like, who would want to clone me?
Yeah.
Who'd want to clone me? And they were like, well, we knew it wasn't you because they were saying some nasty stuff. And I go, yeah, definitely not me. Okay, Baroness, it says device not connected. Oh, it would be nice if you did. Will my husband be doing any lives of haunted houses or graveyards? To be honest, we've talked about since he's getting to where he's a lot better now. Um, yeah, there's a few places we'd like to go around where we live. Um, and I will say that there's a few places within an hour of here that are interesting. Like the Valeska Axe Murder House is 45 minutes away from us. Um, the there's a place called the Black Angel that's within a few miles of us.
I haven't taken you to it. Promise you will.
I will.
No, you won't.
Um,
If you say you won't, do not touch me.
and let's see where else. Oh, Squirrel Cage Jail, which is haunted. It's pretty cool. I mean, I've shown it on here before, but it's like a cylinder shaped, like a cylindrical shaped jail that they built at the like in the 1800s. That is like pretty cool. They only built a couple, like two or three of them, in the United States. It's pretty cool. Anyway, we plan to hit some of these spots, but we're thinking more towards the fall when it gets spooky season. you know, um, possibly hit some graveyards, possibly.
They all
Well, I'm glad you found that channel here under duress.
it's just all this stuff is just mind fucks the hell out of me. It's like, how does people like the whole real life stuff? Like, I can't stand that either. Ginger, like, I'm sorry, I'm speaking my mind about a lot of this shit. It
Go
just
for it.
it's annoying as hell. It's like it seems like everyone wants to do not just harm on someone's reputation, but they want to go and destroy their real life as well. It's just
Okay, I know what you mean. It goes beyond, like, it's not just
yeah,
character, what I call character assassination. Um, but it goes into where some of these people are going real life and looking into people's, like, getting addresses on
yeah,
people, calling local departments, uh, different, um, what would you call it? Like,
aspects of everything. It's just
yeah, it's like, do you really need to know what color someone poos? You know,
yeah,
a group called Died in House, Bodies Found in House or Backyard, and we're, oh, wow.
but
Oh,
it
that's interesting.
but people are always saying I don't condone people going real life, but yet there's people attacking people's real life all the time, and you say that you don't condone it, but you have people that are in your chats or on your panel doing that stuff. Yeah, it like a lot of people, it's like saying, what's the term that they use? You are who you associate with or
Yeah,
whatnot.
or who
But
you
here's the
surround yourself with. Yeah,
yeah, but here's the thing: if you're the channel owner and you say you don't approve of that, but you have them on your panels, I mean that makes you just as fault as them. I feel like
and
to
it
a certain
depends. I mean,
degree.
yeah, to me it depends on if that person consciously knows that these
Right.
people do that. I would not hold that against them if they have no clue.
No,
Uh,
no. If they have no clue, but they know for a fact, what I mean, if they know it, then yeah, yeah. You got to take accountability too, because the thing is, it's your channel. You know who you're letting up there.
right,
Like
and
if you say you don't approve of that stuff, then remove the people that do. On your panel if they're going real life or not, because it makes your channel look like a hypocrite.
yeah, true, true. I mean, I can't get in that mindset. I can't get in the mindset of people that do that because I I'm pretty empathetic towards people, but I don't want to know where they live. I don't want to know personal information.
Right.
I mean, I've got enough of my own life. I don't need to know about other people's personal business or where they live or what they do in their downtime besides, like, if you just because I may not agree with them on YouTube, it doesn't mean I have to get pissy with them and
Right.
dig into their life. It doesn't matter. That's just taking up too much of your,
Yeah.
energy. It's wasted energy, is what it
Yeah,
is.
and it's I mean, like, let's be honest. The whole, like people saying that or swatting or whatnot, like, this is it's to the point that enough is enough. People just need to stop doing it. If they don't stop, you're just creating more harm than good.
Hmm.
Just leave people.
Yeah.
If you want to battle them on YouTube, leave it on YouTube, but don't go after like people's real life, because you know what? Nothing good comes out of that. All it does is cause more chaos, and sometimes maybe wives and husbands end up getting divorces because of it, and you know,
Oh,
argue.
besides, I gotta tell you this, Johnny.
Oh, what's
Like
up?
how this is funny. Like me and Johnny talk, at least once every couple of weeks, wouldn't you say? And
Yeah,
yeah, we like catch up with each other every couple of weeks. I was on the phone with Johnny earlier. We were talking, and Mr. G has never heard, like, because I have it on speakerphone when I, like, and he's like, "Who was that guy you were talking to?" And he didn't say it like, "Who's that guy you were talking to?" He was like, "Who was that guy you were talking to?" I said, "Johnny, my friend who runs the gaming channel." Oh, he goes, "Cool." Like,
Yeah.
not like he was jealous or anything. He was just like,
Right.
"Oh," he goes, "Oh, yeah, Johnny. Okay. Okay." He goes, "I was just curious because you guys were talking." And it was like, "Oh, he doesn't usually care who I'm
Yeah,
talking
and
to,
here's
but
the
it's
thing,
like,
like,
He's been doing one when he doesn't care.
and here's the other thing, like, I have friends on this app and that I consider real friends in real life. Like,
mhm.
if I choose to hang out with them outside of YouTube, that's my fucking business and that's
Yep.
their business. Like, you know,
Yeah, and he was like, how's he doing?" And I'm like, "He's okay, man." Like,
yeah, absolutely. Like, dude, I appreciate anyone that, I mean, like, despite all the negative stuff about me, I don't care. I rather focus on the if they think I'm a good dude, then that's who I am. I am a good dude. I got caught up in a lot of bullshit, you know what I mean,
mhm.
trying to fit in and stuff like that, but
That's
I don't.
exactly what we mean by us. Like, we were
Yeah,
talking about that earlier.
right.
It's like you can end up getting sucked up into a vortex. You know,
Yeah.
you can end up getting sucked into drama. You can end up like it depends on who you surround yourself with, like you were talking about. And it's like you will do what is it? Anything to fit in.
Yeah, you want to fit in with the it crowd.
Yeah. Or what you think is the it crowd.
Yeah,
And it doesn't always serve you, or it
right.
doesn't always like pan out right. So the best thing to do is like I've always said that, be free range, because then you're cool with who you want to be cool with. And your circle, your inner circle is smaller, but then your outer circle is bigger. If that,
Absolutely.
I mean, and you can get along with a lot more people that way.
Yeah.
I mean,
And the main issue why I leave communities
mhm,
is not because I'm a flip flopper. It's because I'm getting tired of being torn between friends fighting amongst
mhm,
each other when I support both of them. So you
yeah,
know what? If you don't, if I can't support both of you, then I'll support neither of you. You know what I mean?
yep,
And that's just how you have. I have to put my foot down on that because it's like I'm tired of going into one chat, and then they're
mhm,
like, hey, what's up? And then the other one's like, they're fighting amongst each other, and it's
mhm.
like, Jesus, it's like I
And that,
can't go into one chat where where people can't fight. You know what I mean? That's why I love hanging out in gingers. I hang out in retros. I'll hang out in all things serious. Like those are
yep,
the only channels that
and
and
stuff.
Eddie, and Steph's and Eddie's. But those are the only channels I go to. Show me where I've been on YouTube into other people's chats that were doing drama. You
Right.
never see me in there. You don't see me in there anymore. Like,
I've went into places not realizing that it's a topic of something like that.
yeah,
And then I'm like, I'll listen. I'm not going to lie. I mean, there's a difference between watching a train wreck and being in the train wreck. That's
right.
what I always say. I mean, that's what the way you got to look at it with this stuff. You know,
Yeah,
there are train wrecks happening every day on here. It's just,
absolutely.
do you want to be a part of the train wreck, or watch it from a distance?
Right. And sometimes when it gets really heated, sometimes I'll come in and say hi and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And hopefully, maybe me like somehow, like, yes, I'll change the subject because sometimes I feel like if you change the subject they'll forget
Mhm.
what they're saying and then they move on to different stuff and it becomes a fun channel again or a
Right?
fun
It's
life again.
That's what I call diffusing.
Yeah,
Like, sometimes, like, if it gets real heavy, I might try to diffuse it.
right.
Like, diffuse the situation. Now, it doesn't always work in my benefit. I will
No, it
say,
really doesn't. I've done it a
I
million
will
times.
say I've been slapped upside the head a few times trying to diffuse things. but does that mean I don't try to diffuse them anyway? I mean,
Right.
once in a while I still will, especially if like I really care about that creator. I might try to diffuse it so that they don't get a bunch of backlash, you
Right.
know? Um, but that's out of concern. It's not because I'm trying to like bully them or push,
Right.
push anything. It's like, do you really want
Do you
to,
really want this on your channel?
do you really want this? Do you really, do you want that? I mean, and then it's like, oh, you do? Then don't come bitching to me when it comes back to bite you in the ass. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, there's having freedom of speech, being respectful with what you say, and then there's picking fights. And
Right.
when you're out and you're picking a fight,
Yeah,
not.
see that's the thing. Like people's like saying that like I'm the troll that, I target my own streams. Why the how would I let's think logical here, okay? If I was trolling my own stream, how would I do that? Because here I have to. Like right now. I'm on here talking to you, Ginger, and I'm also playing NASCAR. I'm not
Hmm.
streaming it, but I'm playing it. You know what I mean? How would I be able to troll myself if I have to have both hands on my controller to drive and to hit the gas
Hmm.
pedal? You know
Right.
what I mean? You need two hands to play these games.
Hmm.
How can I troll myself? It makes
Yeah.
no logical sense.
Yeah.
And you see me on camera constantly.
Right.
I mean, there's sometimes yeah, I have my camera off because maybe it's hot in my room. I don't want people to see my stomach. I might be shirtless. Who gives a fuck? It's just me. Like I don't have to cater to every minute of you to have my camera on. You know what I mean? I could do whatever the fuck I want to do. It's my channel. If I
Right.
choose to have my camera on, I have my camera on. If I don't, I don't. But you can't sit there and accuse me of trolling my own stream when there's no physical way to do it unless I was
Hmm.
to pause my game. And for me to pause my game, think about this. That's people sitting there and waiting for the content to come back on. I'd rather give them straight content without pausing. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, I think what it boils down to is how lazy are people for content,
Yeah,
right? That they have to create, orchestrate, or make script, or you know fight with each other.
right,
Like, that's your content, then maybe you need to get a little more creative.
right.
Yeah. Um, but I agree with Dave here about the background checks on everyone. It's just stupid. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
I
I'll tell
already
you.
like I'm got to be the most boring person.
I am too. I have no criminal record. I have never committed any. I've never been to jail, never been in prison, and I'm not going to. And here's the other thing. And people are. And here's the other thing. Stop threatening to take down people's channels, because I get threatened all the time that they're gonna flag my channel down.
Oh yeah, I've
There's
heard it too.
nothing that I do on my channel that is ban worthy, to be
Right.
honest.
I've
And
had it too. Yeah, like, oh, I'm gonna take your channel down. I'm gonna take your friends down. I'm gonna do this.
yeah, like
Okay, go
okay,
ahead, sweetheart. I mean,
yeah. Listen, if I know I lose like I was at 1,414 subs and I dropped down to like either 1,400 or back up.
I think it's
I
1400
listen,
at
you
least.
could do whatever you want. You could unsubscribe to me or subscribe to me. It's whatever you want to do. I'm just a content creator. I'm here to entertain the people that want to be entertained.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care about the numbers because here's the thing, numbers come and go, okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm not here to try to get, the platinum YouTube
Right.
reward. I'm here to do what I need to do to maybe someone that needs a positive person to
Mm-hmm.
just sit there and talk to them. And Ginger, me and you, it was just me and you one time. No one else was in the chat. It was super late, and we were talking about um how things should like. how they were in back in the day. Like
Hmm.
everyone was just like always nice to their neighbors. And nowadays it's like neighbors are fighting with each other and stuff like that. Like it's just
Right?
it's just ridiculous. You know, I feel like people lost their sense of being an adult and
Hmm.
because they rather just live like they did when they were kids, nothing but drama and like living in the past kind of moment. Guys, we're not getting any older. We're or younger. We're old. We're all getting old as fuck. Do you really want whatever you're putting out there on YouTube? Say like you have future kids. Your kids somehow find your channel. Would you really want to act like that in front of your kids? Or are
You know
they
what? You sound like my mom, man. Her view on tattoos was like, do you really, like, if you get a tattoo, do you really want to explain that tattoo to your grandkid? And I'm like, wait a minute. Depends on where I put the tattoo. And why is my
right?
grandkid looking at it? Like that kind of thing, right? But still, it's the same mindset. Like when you put something out there, you know, do you
It
really,
doesn't go away. It stays
right?
on. It stays on the internet.
Mm-hmm. The
I mean,
internet is a
and
tattoo.
yeah, and here's the other thing. For people, it's like saying that they can't change. That's bullshit. Because that's Ginger. Ginger's met me when I first came on here. I was sucked in the vortex of not being my real self. I was being
Oh my
like I
gosh.
was trying to
Yeah.
fit in.
I remember the days because it's like at one point, let's say I don't care, I'll say it. I I modded for Eli and you were anti Eli and you would come in there and you'd tell them you were anti to get kicked out and like you know what I mean? And I'm like,
Yeah, that's
wow.
when I first met you. I was like, "Hey, Eli, I'm in this. I have autism, and what you're saying about people with autism is wrong." And he's like, "Well, you can get the fuck out of here."
Like he was like, ban. Like,
I was like, "Oh my god, I'll
oh,
make," and I
wait a
did
minute.
make, and I'll be honest, yes, I did make an account one time, and that was just to troll Eli, and I put ready, and you guys might remember this account. When Lady Baby was around, before we knew who she was. You ready?
Hmm.
I was Dante and I was blowing out Lady Baby's cervix.
Oh my gosh, I remember that one.
Yeah, that was me.
Oh my god, that was like I'm
Yeah,
like,
every time someone says Dante, I'll come into that account and says, "Oh, I'm sorry, I was Eli was on his walk, so I had to hide under the bed and had to rearrange her cervix real quick."
mm,
I mean, guys, like I could be a troll, but here's the thing: I don't troll Eli anymore. I don't troll anyone because
I didn't even watch
what
him.
benefit what it doesn't benefit me. It just creates like unwanted, bad feeling. Like I shouldn't have done that.
Toxic.
Yeah, I don't want to be toxic. If I
See,
wanted to troll anyone, I would troll Ginger on my
yeah,
real account.
and I'd be okay with it.
Right.
Right? And that's the difference. It's like people can come in here, like, I've had it, like, people troll me. But the reason I put on, like, it's subscribers only, you have to subscribe to me in order to troll me.
Right, and that's what Ginger. And listen, the whole reason why I started doing the whole subscribe to me thing, guys, is because I would ask Ginger. She was in my chat one time. I messaged her at like what was it, 3 o'clock in the morning. They were
Yeah.
spamming the N word, and
Hmm.
no one else was awake. I
Yep.
messaged her, and it was hectic. 116 people were in there spamming that constantly.
Yep.
Ginger had to get some reinforcements.
Yep. And you know what the thing is? It's like if you do it that way, it keeps the bots out.
Right,
I mean, I don't do it just for the subscription.
right.
Okay.
I don't either. I keep it
I
for
do it to keep
the.
the bots, the and that and the like. I would when I first started out, it would be like hot chicks, hot girls,
Yep,
whatever.
yep.
And I'm like, no, I don't need this.
I used to
Uh,
get those all the time.
and if you do it like that, it keeps them out. And it's like if they don't like, they can always unsubscribe if they don't like the content, you
Right.
know. But in order to participate, I do the 5 minute thing. or 10 if it's really
No,
a
I did
hot
20
topic.
minutes because I learned my lesson because people would just sit there and wait 5 to 10 minutes. That's not a big deal, but I heard and I seen it for firsthand that they get pissed if you have to wait 20 minutes.
Well, and that's the thing is and I double check because mine's only for 5 minutes on this live. But the thing is, generally, that's what I do, 5 minutes. And then if I know it, like it's a heavy topic, I might do 10. And I think I did 20 one time.
Yeah,
And it
you did
was,
20 today.
oh no, I looked at it, it said five.
Huh,
So there's got to be something wrong between the like StreamYard and that or something.
gotcha.
Um, I double checked in the creators, but usually I only do five. But if it's like I don't know why it did that to her. It doesn't make any sense.
Right,
Um, so obviously, I don't know. But here's the thing: if you do it like the only time I did it 20 minutes was when I was addressing a certain situation, and I did that because I knew that I would get hit by alts, all
yep,
sorts of alts, and I knew I was going to get trolled by bitterness.
yeah,
So if you know that you're going to be a target of, you know, that kind of thing, it's smart to do it that way.
right,
Be- because then by the time you're done talking about a situation, 20
it,
minutes later, they want to, they have to wait 20 minutes to weigh in on it. That
right.
troll
And then
does.
they
And
forget
then
what
they
they
look
wanted to
stupid.
come in there and say.
And then it's just totally too late,
Yeah,
you you know, we're on to something else or another topic or whatever within 20 minutes.
right,
So then by the time that they weigh in on it or try to say something, it looks like they're rehashing something that's already been resolved.
right. And you know, I'm all up for like peace agreements and stuff like that, but
Hmm.
it it also should be like
Mutual.
it should be mutual. Like, okay, so like say like if me and Ginger were having a fight, okay,
Hmm.
and I made a peace agreement. You
Hmm.
guys don't have to agree with it, but you should respect the host and not talk about that person if there's an
Hmm.
agreement.
Oh yeah.
You know
And
what I mean? But the problem is people don't do that. See, if I have
yep.
a falling out with Ginger, I would call her privately because I have her Discord. You know,
Hmm.
I we could settle it. Not everything needs to be settled on YouTube
Can you go away,
Hmm.
please?
because that's where the grift and the content comes from, and I feel like that's a wrong way. If you're trying to make amends,
Hmm.
it should be not on the platform because if you're trying to do it that way, I feel like it's just fake and you're just
Yep.
doing it for clicks and views.
And content. Yep.
Yeah,
Totally. Totally. Because it usually, I mean, I'm pretty honest with how I feel. I'm pretty honest with it. So, you know, if and I've always said that if you have a question about how I feel about you, I have no problem saying it. You know what I
right,
mean? Um, do I need to come out here and roast the shit out of people? No, I don't. But if they have any questions, if they think or they've heard through a third party that I don't like them or whatever, all they have to do is ask me, and I
right.
tell I'm straight up with it. Um, because no, I don't need to go dragging people. You know,
No,
I mean, are there people that I don't like? Very minimal, maybe a handful. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Or people, I don't hate anybody either. So
right,
it's like I can get along with almost anybody.
right. And the one thing that needs to stop is because let's just be honest, hate is such a strong word, and this word hate bonding,
Hmm.
like people are throwing that out there like it's today's newspaper,
Right?
okay? And for just because someone is on a panel
Hmm.
and stuff like that, that doesn't mean that the other person's hate bonding. Maybe they just want to hang out with a friend because,
Hmm.
and they even even if they're on the panel when they're talking about them, they could be like saying, "Hey, I didn't say that," you know, like I'm not gonna speak on that. I'm just here to support you. Then
Hmm.
that's not hate bonding. That's just them supporting the friend because they came up on your panel or you're on their panel.
Yeah.
Like people need to stop saying like, "Oh, if you're on a panel, then then you're hate bonding." No, it's
No.
not.
No. I mean, you may not even know that. See, it's
Yeah,
hard to keep track of who's fighting with who, right?
exactly. Like if you're
And a
not
lot of
in the
times
drama,
you may be up there talking to someone that you get along with, and they're
yeah,
fighting with somebody else that you get along with. It
right.
doesn't, or you may have people that that you don't agree with, that same person doesn't agree with. Doesn't mean you're hate bonding. I mean, anyway, I got to wrap this up, so not to
Yeah, no, I
do
hear
this
you,
stuff.
but I mean, like if you guys want to, like, I will say this: if you guys want to talk to me, you guys can talk to me privately, but I am not going on panels to make myself look like an idiot
Hmm.
and stuff like that. If you really want to talk to me, you
Hmm.
you can find a way to reach out to me. I'm always live. You can ask
Yep.
me to unblock you on Discord or wherever, and we can talk it out. But I am not going on panels, and I don't do drum panels. I hang out with the people that I hang out with, and that's it.
Right. You know, we're just like living our own best lives. That's how it is.
Yep, exactly.
Thanks for modding, Dave. Thank you to all my lovely mods. You're
Yeah,
all
thank you
awesome.
guys, and Ginger, thanks for having this, and you could smurf that all the way off.
Yeah, well, you can smurf off too. You
Cool.
dirty hamster.
You dirty freaking sockhead puppet blue person.
Shut up, you little
Okay, okay.
hobbit.
Gandalf. What's his name? Gargamel. You're Gargamel.
Oh,
Bye.
whatever. Bye, Johnny. Thanks, everybody. Catch you on the flip side. And thanks to all the new people who popped in and whoever's watching on replay. Right? Hope Johnny finds Smurfette soon, right? And good night, all.